What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing set 21265, the LEGO Minecraft The Crafting Table set. This is the first ever LEGO Minecraft set that is 18 plus, and it has 1,195 pieces, which I believe makes it the biggest LEGO Minecraft set based off just part count. But in size, it definitely is not going to be the biggest one. On the front of the box, you can see the beautiful black background with that green at the bottom, kind of representing Minecraft grass blocks, as well as a nice blue glow behind the box or behind the crafting table. And then you get to see the whole interior of the crafting table on the front. Then it has the title of the crafting table right there. On the top of the box, you see all of the micro figures listed, as well as the actual 1-to-1 scale for the creeper. And then there is a village right there. Flipping the box around to the very back, though, you can see the outside of the crafting table box, and you can see all of the biomes from the inside, as well as some of the other pictures of a crafting table from the actual game. A view of a map of where everything lays out right here, and then the actual 1-to-1 scale of the entire build. Another little bonus detail is for the instructions, which if you flip it over, you can see that entire build of the inner crafting table built out in Minecraft, which is another great fun detail that LEGO decided to do. Taking a look at the crafting table, we're going to start from the outside of the box and set. It does look really good, and I love the details that they captured. You can see on this side, they do have the shears, I think is what these are, or the pliers. I'm not entirely sure what that actual tool is supposed to be, but they do have the tool right here. They have all the little lines that go across and up and down, and I feel like they did a great job with the outside of the build, as well as being able to accomplish what they did on the inside also. Then flipping over to this other side, you can see the mallet as well as the saw right here, and then the same line texturing on the sides. They did a great job capturing this again, and I believe it is a perfect square. And then taking a look up on top, you can see that classic crafting table design on top of the box. It's all tiled off except for these corner pieces. Not entirely sure why they didn't tile those off, but I feel like it still looks really nice and definitely captures that crafting table aspect. For the roof, you can go ahead and just take it off. It makes it so much easier to look inside, and then you can see the inside area. But to start off, we're going to be looking at the little micro mobs, the micro figures, whatever you want to call them. But first off, you do have Steve. He is a little small and kind of blurry on my camera right now, but he does have that 1-by-1 printed tile for the face, and everything else is just classic Minecraft or classic LEGO pieces that you can find. And then next up we have the cow. The cow does have that 1-by-1 printed tile, and then has this cool building technique with that snot brick, or the snot plate, and then the flat tile in the back. Then we have a skeleton right here. The skeleton does have a 1-by-1 face print, and that is it. Then the witch, you can see another one of those 1-by-1 face prints with a bit different of a build. They use a just normal 1-by-1 stud on top, so that way it gives that witch hat effect. And then on the other side, you do get a 1-by-1 brick with a creeper face printed on. Then you get a villager, which does have an updated micro mob face print. You can see that 1-by-1 tile. That is the only piece printed. And then a pig, just the same thing as the cow, the 1-by-1 printed tile on the front, as well as the same build on the for the rest. And then Alex, literally just the same design as Steve, with a different face print and some different tiles. In the set, you get a duplicate of every single minifigure except for the creeper. The only ones that you don't get to be able to build the full thing for is the cow and the pig, and then you also just don't get the 1-by-1 brick for the creeper, but you are able to build each and every micro mob kinda with these two. You get the tile, so you are able to build these technically, but you get every piece needed for these 5 minifigures right here. And then another great little feature is on this little plaque right here. You are able to change these out. So this one says Minecraft, this one says Create New World, but then you also get 4 different tiles, one saying now in 3D, place all the blocks, if it'll focus, place all the blocks, finally complete, and then you are the player, and you are able to just kind of take these things off. You can easily pull the Technic pin out, and then from here, it might be a bit difficult, but you can take this Minecraft sign off and then put, for example, now in 3D and just push that on right there. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as Minecraft, and they do connect on nicely on these little parts right here, and you can move them onto the like outside or the front if you do want to. So what LEGO basically did for this set is they just took like half of the crafting table and chunked it out. So they just cut these two panels out and they tiled all this off in here, which is beautiful. I love when LEGO tiles stuff off and it creates that nice seamless like block cube effect. Taking a look from here, though, you can see the entire build in its glory in the very back. They did this blue sky, which does have the sun right here, and some nice little clouds just floating through the air. Starting at the front, we do have this little section where the water's flowing and it's like a desert. You've got some sugar cane over here, and then a birch tree that transitions over towards the swamp. You do have some of these little flowers that do exist, and then the waters of the swamps over here with these lighter transparent blue pieces. The swamp trees also exist right in here, which are just kind of the same design with the like dreepy 1x2 tile piece. And then over here you have a witch hut, and this is a pretty great design for a witch hut, which uses that new shulker box piece that we just got recently and just kind of plops a tile on top. On the other side of the build, you do have a plains biome area, and then you have a oak tree right there. There's some nice little like mountainous terrain starting to form up in the back, and then over here there's also a cool design for a cactus. Looking at the first little module is the village. You are able to pull these out really easily, and you can see the village right in here. There's a kind of tiling down there, which shows how to place the village back in so you can correctly orientate it. The village just places in right here, but you are able to take it out, and I'll take it out for now just to get a better look. You can see that village houses right in there. They do look pretty nice, and they are in that micro scale, so it's a little bit harder to capture some details, but I feel like LEGO did a pretty effective job at capturing what a Minecraft house looks like. There is also a farm back in here, and it's a pretty cool detail how they got that. They just kind of stack these plates, and these pieces push in like almost perfectly to create that farm aspect. To the left of the village, there is a cherry grove blossom forest, and you can see the two cherry trees. It's pretty much just the same design as the swamp trees, but with a little bit more bulk to them, and they also have those hanging parts on the sides. If we pull this tree away, you can see a lot more of the flowers, which are supposed to represent the like flower droppings that kind of scatter the floors of the cherry grove blossom forest. That is a mouthful of a name. But you can see some copper ores, I believe, yeah, copper ore. There's a redstone ore right in here, and then a emerald ore up here. It's a little bit hard to see down inside, but when you do, there is a mine shaft in there. There's some rails and the minecart right back there. Flipping around, you can see the minecart a lot better, as well as the pillars that hold up the mine shaft. There's another copper ore, a diamond ore, and then you can see the like rail track back there. It's all tiled off and looks so beautiful. It's a great little like micro cave with a cherry blossom forest on top. And then to the right of where the village was, we do have this bit of taiga, which I'll go ahead and pull it out now just to make it easy. But you can see some dripstone caverns in here with some lava flowing down, as well as a dripstone on the ceiling. There is some lapis ore right here, as well as a nice waterfall that flows down all the way from the top of the taiga. Looking inside from this angle, you can see some of that lava again, and then on the back, there is a bunch of coal ore right in here. A little cave exists right in this area, and it's got that podzol floor, and then you can see over here there is another gold ore. There's this like cool build for the dripstone. You can see it connects to that piece and then hangs upside down, which I think is a great design on LEGO's part. And then up top, you can see the trees right up here. These are just the big taiga trees, as well as some of the sweetberry bushes right there. They do use the sand green for the grass, which I think is a great coloring for it. It's definitely what it should have been. And then the podzol, which I already talked about, for the podzol. And then you have this one little bit of white, which is supposed to be the snow, connecting us to the next module on the top. The next module is the Ice Spikes biome. Let's see if I can get it out without breaking anything. And here it is. It's basically just a lot of pillars of the blue and the white for the snow, and it creates a bunch of ice spikes up here, which are just like a lot of terrain. It's a lot of ups and downs, and honestly, it looks a little messy, but I feel like it looks good. It's just kind of one of those things where they basically could have thrown pieces down and it would still look good. Then right here you have an igloo, which I think is a great design because they managed to have that entrance to the igloo right here, as well as making the whole igloo shape right over here. And it connects in nicely by this like little stud that connects on this piece right here. It fits in and is like literally a perfect fit. And for the final module, we'll go ahead and take it out of its place. It is a deep, dark, and lush cave biome. You can see all of this like deep, dark area. We'll see if I can get my lighting better, just so you can see better. And inside, you can see all of this like tealish colors for the deep, dark colorings, as well as a structure from the deep, dark. It is the like pathways. It's a little hard to tell just because it's dark, but it's got some skulk all around it, and it is this black for the deep stone. There's an iron ore right here, and then the more, like all the skulk sensors and stuff. There is another little waterfall over here, as well as a drip leaf in the lush cave. They use the sand blue coloring, or the sand bluish gray. I'm not exactly sure what the name of the color is, but that's the color they use for the clay, which I think is great. That's the color that I've used for it in my mocks. And then over here, you do have one of those vines with the glowberries on it, and all of this green for the lush cave, mosses. Then towards the top of the module, it starts to transition from that deep stone into just regular stone, which they did pretty well, and then has that stud on top for the next module on top. Taking a look at the little map that they give you, it does like pretty accurately just like show where each module goes, so it's not really hard to get lost putting them back. You just kind of know that one goes in the back corner since it's the only one that isn't visible in game. This obviously goes on top, and you kind of want to orientate it so that way the igloo shows. Then over here, you can see there's the pink on the map, so the cherry blossom forest goes over here. There's the bits of taiga coloring with the sand green, so this piece goes here. And then the village, 3 little rectangles for the houses, as well as the blue for the water, so the village goes right in here. And then taking a look at it, it just looks so complete and like such a great build. LEGO did a great job with this. I really hope in the future to see a furnace version of this, and it has like a nether biome inside with nether mobs. That would be a really cool set, and I would definitely pick that up. That's going to be all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.